Hi, this is Chris Johnson with On Target Living. A lot of people ask us about what's On Target Living about, and if I really was talking to a group, large seminar, and I could really condense it down into three concepts, and really what we're all about is these three right here. So our On Target Living concepts, there's just basically three of them. And then we talk about resting, moving, and all the different things that go with it, but behind the scenes, this is where it begins. So this first concept is cellular health. What does that mean? Well, in the human body, you have approximately 100 trillion cells, so you have lots of cells, and if you cut your hand, the cells are always turning over, so you turn over 3 to 4 trillion cells every day. So the body's amazing how it has ability to heal itself, but it all starts at the cell level. And if you really understand the basics, because we get a lot of questions about how many calories should I be eating, and all the different things, how many calories I'm burning when I'm exercising, when in reality it's what happens at the cell level. So cellular health concept number one. What you need to know about the cell, really basic. The outer rim of the cell needs to be soft. That's called the cell membrane. It needs to be soft. Type 2 diabetes is a stiff cell membrane. So the first concept is under the cell is the cell needs to be soft. Trans fats make the cell stiff and rigid. The mitochondria is a big word for car engine. That's your car engine of the cell itself. And again, this is what makes the car go. And this is your metabolism. So people get that. I'd like to have a better metabolism as I get older. So cell soft, make the car engine go, right type of gas, and again, the brains of the operation is the nucleus. So this is the first concept right here. What happens at the cell level? Number two, second concept is pH balance. In the human body, you have this thing called potential hydrogen, and the body wants to be in balance. And if you weren't in balance, you didn't have checks and balances, you would die virtually within a half hour to an hour. Alkaline is on the left side, which is 14. Acid is on the right side. People are like, well, why do you have to worry about this? Because if their body gets out of balance, the body will use checks and balances to get you back into balance. And one of those checks and balances is called minerals. We have the highest intake of calcium on the planet, and we still have bad bone health because we're too acidic. The body has to use these precious minerals, thyroid problems, the list goes on. So another big concept is how do you make your body more balanced? And again, if you're in balance, you'll have a better hair, better skin, better nails. And that was my issue growing up. I had bad skin, but nobody ever told me what I was eating and drinking made a difference. So again, in our society in the United States, we eat too much processed foods. We have lack of sleep, stress, lack of movement, all the things that make the body acidic. Then you use your precious minerals to bring you back into balance, and that creates the problems. So you see a lot of people with problems with skin and digestion, and things are just going crazy now, but we're really not going in to understand the pH balance. The last concept here is the source. People always want to know, what supplements should you take? Well, it gets into understanding where the supplement's coming from or the source. So I use the example of flax seeds. If you ask somebody, how many of you have seen flax seeds advertised on primetime TV, you'll never see it because there's no money. It's the number one source. It's one of the highest sources of omega-3 fats on the planet, and it basically costs $1.50 to $2 a month. There's no money. High in lignans, fights cancer, high in fiber, and again, one of the highest sources of omega-3s from a plant. Again, super cheap. Then we convert it into flaxseed oil. Now we've lost the lignans, we've lost the fiber. You still have the benefits of the flax, but again, much more expensive, and then it moves into the flaxseed oil gel tablets. So this is what we mean by the source. If you can always go to the source, least expensive, much more powerful, much more impactful. And these are the three concepts of On Target Living that we'll be spending more and more time helping people with. Till next time.